Europe's top bankers soon be heading off to Asia or to the United States to make more money? Well, that's what some are claiming, because bankers in the European Union are facing a legal cap on their bonuses for the first time. It's part of a package of measures designed to prevent another financial crisis. The deal, negotiated in Brussels by EU parliamentarians and officials, needs to be approved by a majority of EU states before it comes into force. Large bonuses were blamed for much of the reckless behavior that led to the financial crisis of 2008. And we can now speak to Nicholas Economides. He's a professor of economics at the Stern School of Business at New York University, also a visiting professor at the Haas School of Business at the University of California, Berkeley. He's joining us via webcam from San Francisco. So welcome to the show. Tell us, what will this all mean then? Will these bankers then turn up in New York and in Singapore or Zurich as feared?
Well, first of all, let me say that this legislation is misguided. The high bonuses, the high salaries were not really the cause of the financial crisis. The cause of the financial crisis was poor regulation. And I think the European Union and other countries around the world have to address the problem of regulation. Just saying people should be paid less will not solve anything. It's just a populist measure, and I'm very sad to see that the European Union is going in that direction.
Now, you say it's a problem of regulation. We know in the US, where you are, regulators there have been pretty tough on banks. Do you think they might see this as a precedent in the EU and do something likewise there?
Well, I hope that the regulation should be on what the banks provide, the services they provide, the way that the investment banking is separated from traditional banking, from commercial banking. This is the crucial thing, not how much people are paid. But coming back to your original question, will people go from the EU or London to Singapore or New York? Well, there is always some mobility. But I think it's going to be hard to move some of this family. These are senior people, sometimes in their 50s or the 40s. It would be hard to move them so easily. So I don't think that there is going to be an equalization of compensation in different parts of the world.
Now, you say the risky behavior that led to the financial crisis that we saw really didn't have much to do with how much people are paid. But of course, that's what most people believe. That's they say that it created a lot of that risky behavior. So surely it's got to do with the amount of bonuses and the backlash of bankers for that.
Well, if we have a model, we have a situation in which risky behavior is compensated the wrong way, and it's the risky behavior of a particular entity such as a bank. That's one thing. The bank can go bankrupt and lose its money. But if the bank asks us, the taxpayers, to rescue it when something goes wrong, that's our problem. So we have to make sure that the risks that are taken are the appropriate risks, and appropriate according to the charter of the bank. That has little to do with compensation. If in the legislation that is being proposed right now, I think it's very likely, if the banks cannot employ people and pay them more, that they will find consultants that they will not employ, and they will pay them more, and they will do exactly the same functions. There are all kinds of ways to go around this legislation. I think it's a bad populist idea.
All right, we'll leave it there. Nicholas Economides there in San Francisco. Thank you for joining us. Now, record-breaking